Hey guys, my name is Lilly and today I want to show you my 12-volt solar system that I've built just besides this pool shed, which is in my garden. And I wanted to build this for a very long time and finally I had the time to do it. And I have to say, I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the system. I think it turned out really awesome. So now let me show you the details of my 12-volt solar system. Alright, so first of all, this is just a... Amy, hello. Amy's checking out the new system. All right. I still have to build a door for the front of this cabinet that I built so that she cannot mess. Amy, come out. So that no kid or the dog can mess with the system. And yeah, I decided to build a high cabinet for the solar system, and then I decided to build a high shelf where I can lay all of my batteries that I want to recharge, my phone. In this case, this is my e-bike battery, but I also can place a power station onto here, which is nice. And I built the shelf really high so that I can still fit this dog trailer inside of the shed. And that was important for me because I did not want to lose the storage space for this trailer. This is also part of my bug out plan if for some kind of reason the cars are not working anymore. So here I can fit in Amy and then go with the e-bike, and I've tried it and it's working great. Also, the shed was actually open, so there was actually only the roof here. So I've bought some roofing material and I closed the back side, and I also used some sealant for the corner, so now it's really waterproof. Then I also have closed this side here so that no rain can come in from this side. And then here on top we have one solar panel. Unfortunately, this solar panel is not very strong, so I have to get a bigger one, especially because the angle is really bad. And I cannot angle it because the winds are so strong here in Austria, in this region. So I have to mount it flush on the roof. Right now this is just giving me like 250 watts. So yeah, I will exchange the solar panel pretty soon. But anyway, this is the solar station and I think it looks really awesome. So first of all, from the user side, I wanted to create a space which is safe for normal people if I'm not here. Everybody knows how to operate a socket, right? And here, up here we have a USB charging station, which I can switch on and off. I'm going to build myself some small basket here so that you can lay in a phone or iPad or something. And then this is the core of the solar system. I have to say, to most people this looks complicated, but actually it's not too complicated. And I've learned my skills on Prowses channel. He's a YouTuber who is dedicated on solar work. So if you want to learn the basics about solar systems, then check out Prowses channel. Alright, so the first thing that I want to show you is this device here. This is a solar breaker, and here you can see that the cables from the solar panels are coming into the shed, and they go through the breaker, and then from here I can connect them in 3 different spots. So right now the solar breaker or the solar cables, they are connected to this cable here, which is leading inside of the pool shed. Alright, so now we are inside of the pool shed, and this is the microinverter, which is converting the DC current to AC current with 230 volts here in Europe. And then the cable goes down here into the grid. And I've connected the microinverter to an app so I can always follow how much of electricity I'm producing. So right now it's only about 80 watts. Okay, and here you can see the curves of the last 2 days. So usually I make like 2 kilowatt hours per day, but because it's really rainy and cloudy, right now we are only making like 1 kilowatt hour a day. And this is how the clouds are looking. It's pretty thick, but still we are producing 80 watts, so that's not too bad. Yeah, right now it's connected to the grid of my house, but I also can connect it to this cable here, which leads to my solar charge controller. And this is one that I really like. This is the one by APO-1, and it has an output of about 30 amps. So that's pretty strong enough for my needs actually. And these are the cables that come down from the solar panel. And then also here we have the cables which lead down to the battery. But first they go to a circuit breaker, and the negative one goes to a bus bar. And then I've connected the red cable that comes from the solar charge controller directly to the inverter. In this case I have a 12 volt pure sine wave inverter with 1000 watts of power and surge power of 2000 watts. So that's pretty strong. And then we are going down here. The red cable leads to a fuse. Now the calculation for the fuse here I have done this way. So the inverter has 1000 watts maximum, and you divide it by 12 volts, so you get like 83 amps, and then you add 20% to it, so times 1.2 is 100 amps. And this is how you calculate fuses and breakers. Now this solar charger here has an output of 30 amps, and we are going to add 20%. It's 36 amps. The next bigger breaker size is 40 amps. So this is why I've used a 40 amps breaker here. So then the red cable leads down to a battery switch, and then it goes down to a bolt-on fuse, and this one protects the battery in case there are any shorts. And also this one here is slightly bigger than this one here. So this one is 125 amps. So first, if there's a problem up here, this fuse is going to go off first. And then if there's a short circuit somewhere down here, then this fuse is going to blow next. And here I got a couple of extra fuses in case there's a problem. Alright, then this here is a thermometer, a sensor, this cable here. And actually I should attach it near to the battery. So I'm going to take some zip ties and attach the sensor right here on the cable. And then here we got a shunt, and the shunt is basically an ampere meter, and it's going to show you the stage of the battery. So this cable here connects actually to this monitor here, which is the battery monitor, and here you can see the amps that are used right now. And if I switch on the inverter, that goes up quite a lot. You can also check the voltage of the battery, which is right now 100%. Yes, the batteries are AGM batteries, deep cycle. I did not want to use any lithium batteries out here because this shed is going to freeze in wintertime and I have no means of heating it, so I opted for AGM batteries. So yeah, that's the battery monitor. Really awesome device. Then next we have this cable here. This is the data cable for the MT50 monitor. This is the monitor for the MPPT solar charge controller. Right now it says it's night because we haven't connected the solar panels. Alright, so now I'm going to disconnect the microinverter and I'm going to connect this cable that I soldered. These are XT90 connectors, my favorite connectors. And now I'm going to plug in the solar station. Alright, okay, now you can see that PV is blinking. And now here It's saying that we are charging. Also, we have connected a load that I want to show you. And here on the load terminal, I've connected those cables, and these are actually leading to the USB power station. So this is what's connected to the load, and this is what you can see here. Now actually you could also connect this device here directly to the batteries, but because this was closer, I've utilized the load terminals on the MPPT. And this is how I can now charge my solar station. I think it's really awesome. Next, I would like to mention that it's important that you have a breaker box because the inverter does not have any breakers that protect humans from electricity. So it's important that you install a breaker box, and this breaker box connects to these two cables, which are the sockets on this side. So now both of the sockets here are protected by an RCD, but also by one breaker for each of the sockets. The RCD is protecting your life, and the other breakers are protecting the wires. All right, so now let's do a test and let's see if I've connected everything the right way. So here I have an RCD tester, a socket tester, and I'm going to plug it into here. So first of all, it's telling me that I've wired the sockets correctly. It's also telling us the voltage, 229. And if I press this button here, the RCD will break. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I test the second socket. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the RCD is working, and that's important. All right, so now I want to recharge my e-bike battery because it's really low in battery. All right, guys, so now my e-bike battery is charging, and I really do love my e-bike. I think it's awesome, but the thing is that the batteries are made with lithium-ion batteries, and the chemical composition is very dangerous if it's getting damaged with a short or other kind of damage. So I've seen many videos on e-bike batteries burning, and I would not recharge it inside of my house anymore. It's just too dangerous. So I do not recommend that you recharge any lithium-ion battery inside of your house. But now I have this station here, and if something is burning, then I don't care, because this is not my house, and this pool shed is far enough away from my house so that even if it burns down here, it will not ignite my house, and my house will be safe. So yeah, really awesome. I have to say I'm really happy with my new solar station, and I still have to make a door here, and then I have a couple of gaps down here and here. So I have to close the gaps because I don't want any mice to come in here. And yeah, then we are good to go. So I think that's a really good system, and I'm really happy about it. I think the hard work really paid off. And actually there's one more thing that I need to do. I have to ground the inverter and the MPPT. So here there's a grounding rod, as well as here. So I have to use a grounding cable, which I already have ordered, and then lead the cable outside of the shed, and outside I'm going to hammer in a copper rod for the ground. And actually I also want to ground the mount of the solar panel. So this also has to be grounded. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty much done, and I'm really happy about the system. So in case of a blackout, I don't care. With those two batteries, I can easily keep a fridge going. And with my second system in the basement, I can keep my freezer going. So really awesome. I'm really happy. So yeah, guys, this is it for today. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned till next time.